All right, so next we're going to talk about simplifying radicals when you're adding and subtracting them. Before we do that, how would you simplify 3x squared plus 2y plus 5x? Well, you would look at 3x and 5x and see that those are like terms, so we can combine them to 8x. And then the 2y doesn't have a like term, so that would stay as it is. Now, based on that example, how would you simplify 3 root 2 plus 2 root 7 plus 5 root 2? Well, you could look and see that 3 root 2 and 5 root 2 have like radicals, right? They're kind of like terms. If we have 3 root 2's over here and we're adding 5 more, then we're going to have 8 root 2's. And then 2 root 7 is just going to stay by itself. So when we're adding and subtracting radicals, you're going to combine like terms, or your like radicals. You should also be sure to simplify before you're combining radicals. So make sure they're in their most simplified form and then add and subtract them. So let's do an example. So let's say we have number 6. We have 5 root 7 plus root 11 minus 8 root 7. Now first we need to decide our root 7 and root 11 in their simplest form. And we know they are because the only thing we could break them down to is 1 times 7 and 1 times 11. So we know that those won't break down any further. So our like terms are 5 root 7 and minus 8 root 7. So that's going to be negative 3 root 7. And then our plus root 11 is just going to stay by itself. Now let's look at number 7. We have 10 root 5 plus root 20. So again, we're going to check root 5 and root 20. Are those as simplified as we can get? Well, root 5 is. What about root 20? We could do 4 times 5, and 4 is just 2 times 2. So we have a group of 2. So root 20 we could simplify to 2 root 5, right? The 5 is still under the root. So really, we have 10 root 5 plus 2 root 5. And 10 root 5 plus 2 root 5 is going to give us 12 root 5. This is why it's important to simplify, because if we don't, we can't combine root 5 and root 20, right? They're not the same. They're not like radicals. So we need to simplify so that we can check if we can combine anything. Okay, and then number 8. We have the cubed root of 3 minus the cubed root of 81 minus root 3 plus 2 times the cubed root of 3 plus 5 root 3. So we need to look for like terms, but first let's check and see if everything's simplified. So everything with a 3 under it, that's as far as you can break it down, right? 3 can only be broken down to 1 times 3. 81, let's try breaking that down. We have 9 times 9, and 9 is going to be 3 times 3. So now we have two groups, or we're looking for a cubed root, right? Not a square root. So we have one group of 3 3's, and there's 1 3 left over. So that means we can pull 1 3 out, and we're going to have 1 3 left under the root. So then let's fill in the rest of our expression that we're simplifying. So now we need to find our like terms. We have 1 cubed root of 3 minus 3 cubed root of 3 plus 2 cubed root of 3. Well, 1 minus 3 is going to be negative 2 cubed root plus 2. That's actually going to be 0. So our cubed roots are all going to cancel. So we just have minus root 3 plus 5 root 3. So that's going to be 4 root 3. And that will be the answer to number 8.